Singapore is home to many iconic green buildings. They are a humid tropical country that has uniform temperature but sometimes could reach up to 30 degrees Celsius along with abundance of rainfall. Did you know that Singapore's climate change problems are compounded by urban heat island effects? In this diagram, you can see that the temperatures are highest at areas with high concentration of urban areas. So what are their strategies to cool down Singapore? Most green buildings use vegetation as a priority to construct green infrastructure, along with reducing energy consumption on air conditioning system by using district cooling systems. Utilization of Singapore's abundance of water body have become a strategy used by green buildings as well to create evaporative cooling around the buildings, reducing the need of mechanical cooling systems. Most buildings also have cool surfaces as facades by choosing the right material and calculating how facades would react to climate change. The building that this video will focus on is Changi Jewel Airport located on the east of Singapore. It is a mixed-use building designed by Safdie architects. The building possesses a neo-futuristic style spanning over an area of 135,700 square meters. It is a 10-story building that was constructed in 2014 and completed in 2019. So how does Jewel keep cool? There is a layer of tree canopy that provides shading over the visitors under the dome roof. The shape of the building encourages heat stack effect which helps hot air move upwards. Radiant slack cooling to tackle heat gain from direct sunlight onto the floors. It provides cooling on occupant levels. Heat stratification from air vents on each level. The base ventilation helps in low-level occupancy cooling. There's also a localized cooling from the central water feature known as the rain vortex or waterfall. The retractable sail shades over the event areas are installed for localized solar control at the higher levels of the building. Casement windows at the top of the dome provides daylighting, natural ventilation, and smoke and heat exhaust ventilation. It exhausts hot air from under the surface of the roof. To minimize solar gains, gritted glass with varying densities of fritz were implemented. The insulated opaque panels on the vertical facades balances the transparent glazing on the roof. Jewel is a toroidal-shaped building with a maximum height of 37.5 meters from ground level to avoid obstructing the radar of the control tower. Looking into its details, Jewel Changi Airport has a distinctive dome-shaped facade made of glass and steel. Based on the geometry of the torus, the building shape accommodates to the programming need for multiple connections in the airport setting. The fruit pattern on the dome have been carefully calculated by the engineers with multiple simulations during the design process for precision of solar gain studies. It creates the building's varied external appearances and applied in areas in different densities to reflect broadband radiation in the areas where light is less critical.
Triple low E glass was used to reduce radiant heat. It deflects 33% of heat energy from the surface of the dome while also allowing 62% of visible light through. It also insulates the noise from oncoming aircrafts.
The rain vortex. 47% area of green cover limits equatorial sunshine and reduces temperature in the building. The horticulture plays a role in absorbing pollutants, filters particulates, and provides oxygen to the visitors. The cooling system. Pipes with chilled water going through the flooring systems are able to absorb heat, which results in less air conditioning required throughout Jewel Changi Airport. The first 2 meters of each level is cool. 2 meters is because it is the human level. The intention is to bring cool air from below instead of above. As an example, air conditioning is concealed within the benches. And air vents along the walkway of the canopy parks also have air conditioning coming up. This upwards air conditioning allows Jewel Changi Airport to save on air conditioning energy consumption. The SkyTrain. The SkyTrain plays a significant role in controlling hot air within the dome. Both trains arrive simultaneously and slows down upon entry to minimize the piston effect of air being pushed in front and dragged out from behind. The temperature rises at the tunnels of the openings of the SkyTrain. 4 doors at the entrance and exit of the tunnel would open and close rapidly to prevent hot air from entering the dome. When the train on the other track exits the building, the induced air is drawn back out. In conclusion, the facade has a shape that is strategically built to refract sunlight. It also has materials used to further reduce the solar heat gain into the building. The water feature creates this evaporative cooling that gives visitors a cooling sensation and reduces the need for air conditioning for the visitors. It also contributes in creating wind movement for light breeze blown towards visitors. The cooling system. Cooling slabs and upward air conditioning. The method of having cool air rise from below effectively reduces the need for additional air conditioning, as it is way easier to cool human levels from below rather than from above. Horticulture. Horticulture provides shading to visitors. It prevents visitors from standing below direct sunlight, which can induce heat sometimes. The humidity is also created by horticulture for evaporative cooling, and it filters the air within the dome so that carbon dioxide does not accumulate inside the dome. All these results contributes to the energy consumption as cooling loads of the building is lessened. In the post-occupancy evaluation report, the user would surround waterfalls or the rain vortex to feel a light breeze. They don't mind walking under direct sunlight as they do not feel heat. The light breeze would allow them to feel cooler than they would under the direct sunlight. They also gravitate towards sitting on the air-conditioned seat as they can feel the cool air rising from below. Electricity consumption. On the year that Changi Airport was built, the electricity consumption would reach 4,055,939 megawatts per hour. However, in present day, the electricity consumption has reduced to 260,181 megawatts per hour. The energy consumption has been reduced by 25%, and it has successfully saved 7 gigawatts per hour of energy per year. That's enough to power nearly 1,500 4-room HDB flats for a year. They have also successfully conserved over 11,000 meter cube of water per year. As a result, they have been awarded the BCA Green Mark of Gold Award, a sustainability certificate awarded by the Government of Singapore. This seal is akin to BREEAM certification in the United Kingdom or the Better Known LEED certification in the US. These are the SDGs that they have successfully achieved over the years. They focus on good health and well-being, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, sustainable cities and communities, and lastly, climate action. Thank you for watching this video.